Hi, Pisces and Pisces rising. Here's your horoscope for June 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have another important month ahead. This is because we now have Jupiter that has switched signs. It went from Taurus now into Gemini in your fourth house of home, feeling, and foundation. So over the course of the next year, you are going to be very busy with all kinds of activity having to do with the home. So maybe you're thinking about buying land. Maybe you're thinking about remodeling. Maybe you're basically, trying something new. Maybe you have a roommate. Maybe you're getting rid of a roommate. Whatever it is, this area of your chart is going to be highlighted. But even more so this month, because now the Sun and Venus are in the fourth house. So anything to do with your stability, your grounding, the desire to move, a desire to change your environment. Maybe you're dealing with feelings and emotions, having to do with family matters. This is all being highlighted here. Now, I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing, but this is the area that's being highlighted. So keep an eye on that. So remember, this reading is for anyone who has a sun sign Pisces, or if they have a rising sign in Pisces, this pertains to you. It's a very general Western astrology tropical reading, and it's got to be general because I don't have everybody's birthday, and everyone's birth chart and birth date is different. So we start this month off with all this sort of happy energy, joyful energy, positive energy, because Jupiter, Venus, and the Sun are all very positive energies. It's in the fourth house, so you're dealing with more sensitivity than normal. Now, on the 2nd, Jupiter in Gemini will make a favorable alignment, a trine to Pluto in Aquarius right here. So this has a lot to do with coming to some sort of realization about your current situation, about what you want, what you don't want, what you need to detach yourself from. Okay, so, and like I said, this could be a roommate situation. This could be a partner situation. This could be an uncomfortable situation at work that you just, you're coming to a realization, you know what, it's time for me to move on. I have to go try something new. I got to go experience something new. And that's what this is indicating. But it is a positive alignment. So, whatever comes of it, you'll get through it, and that's how it works. So we also have Mercury entering Gemini as well on the 3rd. So now our thinking goes through the roof. Mercury in Gemini loves to talk, loves to think, over processes information. And as you can see here now, we have 4 planets in the 4th house. So anything to do with the home, the feelings, and the foundation, you're going to be doing a lot of overthinking and processing information. Is this what I want? Is this what I don't want? I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. And you go back and forth like a ping pong on a table because of the Gemini nature. Gemini is very fickle in nature, and it likes to, go back and forth between 2 possibilities. And so you're kind of like that too. Pisces energy is kind of like that as well. And so you might overload yourself, overthink and overworry about things that are, seem like they're overwhelming you, but it's an illusion. Okay, so center yourself. And for Pisces, I highly suggest the water. Take a nice bath, a nice shower, go to a lake, go to a pool. Whatever body of water you could find yourself near or around would be beneficial for you guys. Okay? The new moon also continues to light up this 4th house. So maybe you're thinking about moving. Maybe you're thinking about changing the furniture. Maybe you're thinking about painting. Maybe you're thinking about, having a party. Because look at all these planets in the 4th house. So maybe there's a celebration involved, and maybe you want to travel to go see some friends. Maybe you're going back to an old neighborhood that you used to live in. This is all possible here with this new moon. So over the next 2 weeks, this is going to be the possibility here. Now, this is going to be at 16 degrees of Gemini. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that gets lit up. And so with that alignment, it's going to open up doorways. Now, there is a little bit of a downside. Yes, a little. It's going to be squaring Saturn in the 1st house in Pisces. So whatever this is, you may over-obligate yourself, or you may feel under pressure to produce or to have this event, or to be, to go to this function, or whatever it is that you're going to be involved in. Maybe you're dealing with somebody's emotions and families, somebody in your life that's very restrictive, like a parent. This could be on the table here. Okay, so keep an eye on all this. It could be a little tricky, but you'll get through it. Okay. Now, the energy starts to change when Mars enters Taurus on the 9th. There's Mars. Now, Mars has been in Aries, so you've been either motivated or charged up or been driven to go and accomplish and make money and all that. Now, Mars shifting into Taurus is still about money, but the motivation and the drive slows down a little bit because Mars in Taurus is very easygoing. It's very, stable oriented. It's a very sensation oriented too. So be careful of overeating, over drinking, because Mars in Taurus likes to overindulge the senses. And so this could be an issue that you need to pay attention to. Okay. Not a big deal, but it will be making an alignment to Pluto right here in the next couple of days after this entrance. But for the most part, Mars in the 3rd house has got you really just thinking about the basics, getting back to the basics, enjoying yourself, going out for a nice meal or cooking yourself a nice meal. Whatever it is, it's about the basics, okay? And don't overthink about money because Taurus is the sign of money. There'll be this desire to want to make more money or, I don't have enough money, that kind of nonsense. But it's all an illusion. Okay, it's a cycle that is trying to teach you about your values. So that's how you have to look at money. Money is nothing but a value of exchange that you have for yourself and another. That's how it works, okay? But here's that tricky alignment that I was talking about. Beginning on the 9th all the way through the 11th or so, Mars will square Pluto. There it is at 1 degree, and here it is at 1 degree. So this is a square in astrology, which causes a little tension. It makes us a little restless and a little, combative in a sense within ourselves. But this one could be in your mind because it's in the 3rd house. And we have all this Gemini energy, which is all of the mind. So you might find yourself over-worrying, overthinking about something that is out of your control. And, you're trying to figure out how to make it work. Just let this pass a couple of days and the answer will come to you. That's how it works. All right. So don't get wrapped up in other people's drama as well. That's a big one here because there's a lot of family dynamics that could surface around this time that you really need to pay attention to. Venus enters Cancer on the 17th, right there. Now, Venus is in a water sign like yours, and now the element is starting to change. The energy is starting to change, especially around the 18th as well, and the 20th, because all these planets are going to go into the 5th house, which is a very favorable position for a Pisces or Pisces rising. So it has a lot to do with creativity. It has a lot to do with love. It has a lot to do with new projects. It has a lot to do with children. It has a lot to do with speculation and feeling lucky and having more fun. So with Venus now entering that area, you're absolutely thinking a lot more about romance and partnerships. And that could be business or pleasure, either one. And then right around the same time, on the 18th, Mercury enters that part. So Mercury is about our thinking. And now you're thinking a lot more about emotions and feelings and where you are and your home life and your family because Cancer rules all of that. So there's this very interesting dynamic that's taking place here with the 5th house. But on the 20th and 21st, the Sun enters that same house. So look at all the energy is shifted out of this 4th house and goes into the 5th house. So the Sun over the next 30 days or so going through the 5th house again has you in a very creative mind, very playful, enjoying your family, maybe your children or your grandchildren, enjoying yourself. And don't forget, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you might want to enjoy the ocean or a lake or a river or something to do with water because there's a lot of water here right now. Not only do we have these planets in water signs, Neptune's in water, your ruler, Saturn's in water, Pisces, you see. And because of the Taurus, Mars and Taurus, you're more sensitive than normal. So I would say spend some time around the water or in the water. It would make you feel a whole lot better at this time while you're having some fun because this is all about having fun. Okay? Now, the full moon in Capricorn, that's going to be on the 21st and the 22nd. And it's right here in the 11th house. So this is about coming to some sort of realization in your life with an organization, a group, a charity, a friendship, an acquaintance. Okay, where you're at right now. Is this where you want to be? Because Capricorn rules goals and long-term goals and, discipline and structure. And in the 11th house, it has to do with foundations, friendships, hopes and wishes for the future. So it could have to do with technology as well. So again, depending on where this is in your birth chart, your actual birth chart, but this is about coming to some sort of realization. Maybe a project is ending, maybe a relationship is ending because somebody's moving away, that kind of stuff. It really all depends on your actual birth chart. But generally speaking, it has to do with letting go of something that's not working for you anymore, or a project that has been completed and now you're moving on to the next chapter. Now, Saturn will go retrograde in Pisces on the 29th. Now, this is going to be in retrograde for at least 4 months in your first house of identity and self. So what this means is Saturn is the great taskmaster. In other words, it wants you to put the effort in order to get some sort of reward or to see your benefits of the hard work. When it goes retrograde, you're going within yourself and going, what else do I need to do inside of myself to figure things out, to make things happen, and to improve my life? And that's what Saturn's going to do in the next 4 months. Okay, so it's going to challenge you a little bit, but you have the desire and the drive to overcome it. That's what reality is. It's opportunities and preparation and then dreaming and making things happen. And that's how it works. All right. So there you have it. Stay tuned for a special offer that I'd like to share with you. Have a great month, and I will chat with you soon. Bye for now. Hi. Thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck, because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.